Welcome to the check-in report where the party never seems to end, does it? I am your humble host, True and Living. This is the check-in report. I want you guys to get cozy, get your popcorn ready, get your dinner ready, get it ready, because we have a show tonight to get into. Today, in today's topic, we will be talking about a young woman who is a piece of excrement, respectfully. A young woman that has chosen Casamigos over a beautiful baby. She chose alcohol. She chose liquor. She chose preferably tequila over being a mother, over taking care of her responsibility. And we're here to chastise this woman. We're here to go in on this woman. This video has gone viral, ladies and gentlemen. This video has 1 million likes on TikTok. If you don't know, we're talking about the woman who went to the clinic to have an abortion, respectfully, and a bunch of protesters were standing outside chastising her and telling her, don't do it. The baby has a mission. The baby has a life. The baby is here for a purpose. Do you feel me? And she went on to look back at those protesters, look back at them and tell them, nah, I ain't trying to hear what y'all trying to say. This baby been swimming in Casamigos. Ladies and gentlemen, we're here to talk about it. We're here to go through it. Like I said, this video has 1 million views. 1 million likes on TikTok. So this video is honestly everywhere. It's everywhere at this point, and at this moment in time, and at this juncture. Is this the way of the modern woman? Is this the modern standard? Will women be swimming their babies in Casamigos now? Has this become the standard for black women? We're here to talk about it. We're here to talk about the mindset. We're here to talk about, what is going on in these women's brains. Respectfully. They are choosing tequila. They are choosing the turn up. They are choosing the late night parties, the late night creeps, the brunches. What else? The clubs, the dumpster sex outside the club after they had a late night of drinking. They are choosing that over being mothers. We're here to talk about it. We're here to walk this thing through. So let me put this young woman on the screen. Here she goes. This is the woman that we are talking about. This is the woman that we will be chastising. We will be, we gotta walk this thing through. Honestly, we honestly have to walk this thing through. This woman that's on our screen right now, she chose tequila over a bouncing, beautiful baby boy or baby girl, whatever it may have been. She chose alcoholism. Shots. We're gonna play the video. We're gonna play it. We're gonna get to it shortly. But she was even bragging about how she had to get the abortion because there's like some type of new Jello shots that she wanted to try. That's what this woman has prioritized over being a mother. That's what this woman has prioritized over being a responsible adult and taking care of that child. Not only has she done that, but you know what? We have to talk about child abuse at a particular point in this video. Because you knew you was pregnant, you knew you were due, and you consistently went to parties, you consistently had Jello shot after Jello shot had shot after shot of Casamigos and tequila, and you did not care about the well-being of that baby. So we're here to go in on this woman. And I want to just say this before I play the video. This is for all the women that chose to go through with that procedure. This is for all the women that chose to have that procedure. I am here to tell you, I am the messenger today, that you will be held accountable by the Most High. You will. Is my music playing? It's not playing. Good. Because I want this to be clear and concise. The women that have had that procedure, where they took care of the pregnancy, you will be held responsible in the next life for the life that you took in. You're not gonna be able to hide behind your baby daddy and say, "Oh, it's his fault," or he didn't want to take care of the responsibility. He wasn't a good man. All of that is getting thrown out of the window. You will be held accountable for that little baby, for that young boy, for that little boy, that young girl that you chose to delete from the world. You chose to delete that soul. You will be held accountable by the Most High. I'm just here to tell you that. So let's get into this video of this woman. I will be calling her a mammy because she is a mammy. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, ladies and gentlemen. But let's get into this video of this woman. See if I got it queued up. Oh, that's not it. Hold on. Got it queued up right here. All right. Now here is the young woman. Now she's heading to I believe like some type of like a Planned Parenthood or something like that. She's heading there. And as she's walking there, as she's going about that way, she happens to get chastised by a group of protesters that is trying to convict her soul, that is trying to tell her, listen, do not go through with this pregnancy. Do not go through with this. This life is important. This person that you're trying to delete is important. Do not delete them. And she chose, in her ignorance, in her total neglect, chose to go through with the procedure. So let's play the video. Let's get into it. And we're also going to get into her thoughts afterwards. Let's get into it.
Bitch, I'm like, they finna harass me the minute I walk up in here. Nor do I give a fuck.
So she's already on 10. She's already on 10. She doesn't care. She doesn't have a care in the world about this young life, about this young baby that she is bent on. She is determined to destroy that young child's life forever. Let's continue.
No, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have an abortion. That's okay. No, but no, thank you. No.
Now you see in this part of the video, you see that the protester tries to convict her soul. The protester tries to convict her, to tell her, listen, you're making a huge mistake. You will be held accountable for your nonsense. You will be held accountable for what you're doing to that child. And the protesters trying to convict her soul and to let her know, like, no, don't do this. This baby has a mission. This baby has a purpose. This baby is being born for a reason, ladies and gentlemen. Let's continue.
No, thank you. No, it's okay. I'm gonna do it regardless. No, thank you. It's okay. No, thank you.
Totally stubborn. Totally ignorant. Bent on her ignorance. She's determined to destroy this young child's life, ladies and gentlemen, with no regard, no solitary regard at all. Let's continue.
Be able
The process is trying to convict her soul into telling her, listen, don't do this. We're trying to save this child's life right now.
The baby has a mission.
The baby been swimming in Casamigos. I gotta go.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that there's so many.
This the ignorance, the benign neglect. This woman would rather sip Casamigos, ladies and gentlemen. She would rather sip Casamigos by the gallon than to take care of that child. Now, let me explain something before, we're going to walk some of this thing more down. We're going to get into her, she has another video where she's kind of explaining the thing here, of what happened here. But I want women to be fully held accountable for what they're doing in terms of going through with these procedures, right? Now, listen. When you women choose to go through with this procedure to ultimately delete that child that you were going to have, you are dealing with a lot of accountability, woman. You don't know the life, the soul that you are deleting. You could be deleting the next prophet, the next soldier for the Lord. You could be deleting someone that is here for a purpose, a divine purpose. This is deeper than you and your alcoholism. This is deeper than you and your alcoholism and your issues with tequila. You have a divine accountability, women. This is deep. And instead of having that baby, instead of giving that baby a beautiful life, having a natural pregnancy, you are choosing to delete this child from the world when this baby was put here for a purpose. And you will be held accountability. You will be held accountable, women, for deleting these children in this life and in the next. For doing these things. Let's continue.
Ways that we can help you. That this is not it. This is not the way.
No thank.
Crazy. Let's get back into this video. Shout out to Reese. Show. What up, Reese?
Bitch, I'm like, they finna harass me the minute I walk up in here. Nor do I give a fuck. No, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have an abortion. That's okay.
No, but I just want you.
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, it's okay.
She's like totally ignorant to the fact. Do not wife up these types of women. These women that will run to the abortion clinics, these women that will run to terminate the pregnancies. Do not procreate with these women. Do not. Their wombs are cursed. If you're talking to a woman currently, respectfully, and she tells you she had about 3 to 2 procedures, even 1 procedure, you need to leave that woman alone. This woman is a trained killer, a trained predator in the world today. Let me start this from the top again. Hold on.
Bitch, I'm like, they finna harass me the minute I walk up in here.
She's talking about getting harassed. All these protesters are trying to do, ladies and gentlemen, they're trying to convict her soul into not doing something irrational, not destroying a child's life, not terminating or deleting a child's life. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to convict her soul into seeing what she's doing is wrong. And realize, Most women, when they go through with this type of procedure, they're doing it because A, they can't afford it. B, they're not ready. This woman is doing it because she wants to drink Casamigos. She wants to drink Casamigos. She's not doing it because she's not financially stable or yeah, that's not her story. She's telling people that she can't have the baby because she wants to drink Casamigos. These are the types of women today. Don't be fooled. Don't get caught up with these types of women. I agree, Reese. Who publicizes this? She was wrong for publicizing this. She was very idiotic to sit up here and, peruse and record herself strolling to a clinic to ultimately have a termination of her, birth that she was having. She looks like a complete and total buffoon. But we're here calling her out. Let's start it from the top again. Hold on.
Bitch, I'm like, they finna harass me the minute I walk up in here. Nor do I give a fuck. No, thank you. Yeah, I'm gonna have an abortion. That's okay.
No, but I just want you
No, thank you. No, thank you. No, it's okay. I'm gonna do it.
The woman she's doing everything she can. She's trying to talk to her. She's trying to convict her not to do it.
Regardless. No, thank you. It's okay. No, thank you.
To be able to save the life of this baby.
She's trying to save the life of the baby because she knows that you're a buffoon and that you're acting irrational. And that's another thing that I want to talk about. Let me actually say this as well. Listen, it's nobody's fault but your own that you chose to lay down with a Dusty. And you chose to have a baby with a Dusty. That's your fault. Learn how to pick a man that you will be willing to have a child with. That's something that we need to talk. Maybe I should, stop the video for 1 second to talk about that for a second. I think that's of critical importance here. Because women don't want to take accountability. They don't want to take accountability. And then when things like this happen, they're looking stupid. They're looking, they're looking crazy. You are responsible, ladies, for the Dusties that you pick. If you pick a dude that don't got a job, can't provide, he's trash, he's an abuser, he's an addict, he's an alcoholic, all the, any type of, things that he's dealing with, if he's not the best man, it's your fault for procreating with that man. It's nobody else's fault. Learn how to pick a man that you would be willing to have a child with. Then you wouldn't be ending up in these clinics. Then you wouldn't be ending up like this, being convicted by these protesters trying to convict your soul not to go through with this termination. Learn how to pick better women. Learn how to pick better men, ladies. Learn how to pick better men. Stop picking these men that you just want to have a one night stand of dumpster sex, straight dumpster sex. Stop picking these men to have that type of relationship with. Pick a man that you would be willing to procreate with, that is a good man, that will be there to help you and your baby. Take some accountability. Let's continue.
The baby has a mission.
The baby been swimming in Casamigos.
The baby been swimming in Casamigos, ladies and gentlemen. The benign neglect. So up until this point where she's running to the clinic and she's trying to take care of she's trying to terminate the pregnancy, if you will. What has she been doing? Most women, when they find out they're pregnant, They're changing their diets. They stop, with the habits. They stop smoking. They may stop drinking. They're eating better. This woman has done the complete opposite. She's drinking Casamigos every night. She's smoking blunts. She's probably still getting D down, unprotected, raw dog in project hallways. That's what this woman has chose to do. That's the life that she has chose for herself. And I am here to say, woman, you will be held accountable. You will be held accountable for all of these children that you chose to terminate, all of these children that you chose to delete. You will be held accountable in this life and in the next. Let's continue.
No, but what I'm trying to say is that there's so many ways that we can help you.
Now, listen, she's the protester. She's trying to tell her, listen, there's other resources. Let's say hypothetically, if you have the baby, you don't have to take care of the baby. You could give the baby to an organization. They have places like the firehouse where you could drop a baby off at a firehouse. They won't ask any questions. They'll take care of the baby. They'll make sure the baby gets a home. So there's different avenues. You don't have to go through with a termination. You don't have to go through with that. That's a poor excuse. And women want to go off into the cusp, into the conversation of my choice, my body. My choice, my body. But when a baby is here, when a baby is being born, right? Keep in mind, men, when a baby is being born and a baby is it's here. The birthday is here. The baby has came out. The baby's here. They expect for you to take care of that baby from day one, ladies and gentlemen. They expect the man to take care of that child on day one. Now, make this make sense. I need someone to make this make sense. So a woman is allowed to ultimately delete the child, right? So she has that onus on her, right? But when a baby is being born, a man has no rights. Absolutely. They will fine you. Child support. And if you don't pay the child support, you know what's going to happen. You will be thrown in jail. So a man has no rights when it comes to a child. When a child is being born, a man has no rights. You need to be accountable for that baby from day one. But when it comes to these women, when they choose to terminate pregnancies and stuff like that, no one's holding them accountable. It's time to hold these women accountable. You need to be held accountable for deleting that child. You need to be held accountable for laying down with that Dusty that you thought wasn't fit to being a husband or a father to that child. We need to hold you accountable, woman. Let's continue.
This is not it. This is not the way.
No thank
Crazy. Now we're gonna get into the other video, but let me just speak for a little bit. Let me talk my talk. Let me talk my talk for a little bit, right? Because this woman, she's a clown, bro. And I'm absolutely disgusted with her rhetoric. I mean, I honestly, it really bothers me. It bothers me that this woman has no regard for life, no regard for this child, no regard for what she's doing, the spiritual implications. She has no type of responsibility to what she's doing, and she doesn't want it. She doesn't want to take any hold of the blame. And I think that's a problem with the modern day woman. It's a big problem that these women are not taking accountability. Why aren't they taking accountability? Now, keep in mind, this woman, she has a child. I'm not gonna put her I'm not gonna put a child on the screen, but just know she has a child. So she ultimately decided to have she decided to lay down with another Dusty. But in terms of, I guess, whoever got her pregnant, she must have thought, A, I don't think that this dude is a fit father, or B, I just want to drink Casamigos. I just want to turn up. But you will be held accountable. I'm gonna let this woman know. You will be held accountable for choosing to delete that child. You will be held accountable for that. You need to be. Now let's get into the second video of this woman. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely. Let's continue.
Nah, but girl, I'm gonna use your comment to update y'all because I got a lot to fucking say. Like, I got a lot to say. So, yeah, let's get straight into it. First thing we gonna address, that was my first time there. Like, it was a couple comments that I actually seen. I was like, it must have ain't been my first run, blah, blah, blah. Bitch, I don't give a fuck. But since you want to be in my fucking business, bitch, let me tell you exactly what the fuck happened. Yeah. No, but like...
And, like, you gotta look at these types of women, man. Vulgar, no respect, potty mouth, no respect for herself. This is not a woman you want to procreate with, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to let you know that right now. This is not the type of woman you want to procreate with. Just imagine if that child was born. You would have to be dealing with this potty mouth, with this benign neglect. This is not the type of woman you want to procreate with. And I think, brothers, y'all need to take notes too. Because listen, if a woman is acting like this, you shouldn't even be laying in bed with a woman like this. You need to be laying in bed with a woman that's agreeable, pleasant, feminine. Key word, feminine. Feminine. This woman has a real aggressive, real ignorant, real prideful. She puts her wants and her needs above everything else. Nothing is more important than her and her wants and needs. She put a Casamigos bottle over her child. That child could have been the next president, could have been the next world leader, could have been the next a great lawyer, next great doctor in the community. He could have been something. He could have rose above. But we'll never know. We'll never get that story. That child didn't have a chance. We got to talk about the spiritual implications and the accountability for these women. Let's continue.
But like, since you want to be in my business, I'm gonna clear it up for you. So, anyways, the whole point of that video, I was sending that to my friend. Like, that's a video I sent to my friend.
Keep in mind, she sent the video to her friend, but you posted it on, because I'm on your page right now. This is her TikTok page, and the video got 1 million likes on TikTok. So stop saying you sent it to your friend and I did it on the low and it wasn't a big deal. You posted it. You posted it, so you wanted people to see your ignorance. You wanted people to see your benign neglect. You wanted people to see your prideful, disgusting behavior. So don't say you just sent it to your friend and it wasn't a big deal and yada, yada, yada. We not believe in that.
Like, for me, it's like, I need her to see videos of me actually expressing and saying what I gotta say, because you ain't gonna understand what I'm saying unless you hear it out of my mouth. You get what I'm saying? But yeah.
No. You're talking in Ebonics slang. Talk like a lady. Talk ladylike. All this Ebonics slang. Talk like a woman. That's what I said. Now, remember what I said earlier. Femininity. Femininity. Women that are acting feminine do not procreate with women that act like this. This is a masculine, aggressive, prideful, ignorant woman. This is not a feminine woman. Pleasant, polite, positive to be around. This is not that woman. Take notes of that. Let's continue.
In this particular clip, this is actually my second time walking up to the clinic. Because the first time I walked up to the clinic, y'all, like, they ran.
It wasn't her first go around, is what she's saying.
Up to me. I was scared as fuck. I got anxiety. They ran up to me, and I was already nervous about having to go in here. Because I had called them, and I told them, you know, my last period. And they was telling me, you know, my estimated date or whatever. And I was just panicking. Like, then they was telling me I had to do surgical. So I was already panicking, right? So I get up to the door, and I see the people in front, but like I really didn't pay them no mind. I was just thinking like everybody.
And those people was doing God's work that day. Those people was trying to convict her soul. Convict her soul into not going through with the deletion of that baby. They was doing God's work that day. They was doing God's work that day, trying to tell this woman that what you're doing is wrong. You need to have the baby. There's other avenues. You don't have to terminate the child. There's other avenues. Adoption. There's other avenues. There's plenty of 2-parent homes, 1-parent homes. People that can't even, there's women out there that can't have babies. They would love to have that child in their life, to give them an opportunity. Imagine what that child could have been. If that child, if she had the pregnancy and the child was ultimately given to a beautiful home with 2 loving parents that educated them, loved them, gave them the resources that they need. Imagine what that child could have been, ladies and gentlemen. Could have been the next world leader, the next doctor. Could have been a great person in society. But this woman, in her ignorance, in her complete and total ignorance, decided to go through with the procedure.
Somebody else here just like me, right? No, I was wrong. Those is actually protesters. Like, they had, like, I don't know, like, you know, the outfit that Jesus had on in that one movie. They had outfits like that on, and it was a dude that had a cross. But like the only person that happened to stop me was the lady. She was real bold. Like, you peep in the video, I walked fast as fuck. Like,
yeah, because she was trying to convict your soul. You heathen. She was trying to convict your soul into having you realize that what you're doing is wrong. You don't have to terminate the child. But she felt that ultimately Casamigos is more important than raising a black child. And a lot of women aren't going to like what I'm saying here. But she felt that Casamigos, tequila, hot dollar tequila, ladies and gentlemen, she ultimately felt that Casamigos was more important than raising a black child. Let's talk about priorities. Let's talk about priorities. Let's talk about accountability. This woman, this alcoholic, I'm calling her that, thought that tequila was more important than a child, than being a mother. Let's continue.
Like, I said I didn't care. But yeah, the lady stopped me, and you could hear the conversation. That's pretty much self-explanatory. But like, y'all, I want to address this. Y'all know how I was like, y'all, like I had looked back at her for like that 1 second. Y'all, this lady like she was about to fucking cry. Bitch, am I having a baby or you?
Honestly, and I have to stop the video right here, right? This speaks volumes. This speaks volumes to her soul. I'm going to say it. Where is her soul? This woman has no soul. I'm being real right now. She has no soul. We're talking about a baby. We're talking about a soul that she's getting ready to give birth to. We're talking about a person here that could have been born. And a woman, a complete stranger, a complete and total stranger is more caring for that child than the own mother. These are the women today, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about priorities. Let's put things in perspective. A complete and total stranger has more love and care for a young child about to be getting ready to be born than the own mother. That's deep. She needs to be held accountable. Let's continue.
Do I gotta go hear you? And she was just like she can help. Like, you cannot help me with a kid that I don't want. This is exactly why abortion is what it is. Like, you're not forced to have a kid that you don't want, that you're not ready for. Like, it's always an option.
Let me tell you this right now, woman. Why can't you keep your legs closed? Why is that so hard? Honestly, keep your legs closed. Maybe wear some protection. It's your fault. It's nobody else's fault but yourself. You allowed that Dusty to climb on top of you and mount you like a mountain lion in the wilderness, like a wild wildebeest. You allowed him to mount you and procreate. Where's your accountability? Women need to take accountability for their choices. They need to take accountability. Stop blaming society. If you're not ready to have a baby, you shouldn't have to have it. Take accountability, woman. It's your fault. Maybe you should choose. Let me give you some things that maybe you should have done. Let me see if I can lay this thing out. Hold on. Let me see if I can lay this thing out. Maybe you should choose better men, a better crop of men that you feel could be responsible enough to have a child with. Maybe you could have did that. That's one option. Let me give you another option, because she's so fascinated with these options. I'm going to give her a few. That's one option. Option 2. Maybe you could have closed your legs. You already have one child, but you decided to open up those legs, spread eagle across the block, and to allow this Dusty to mount you. Maybe you should have closed your legs. Maybe you should have learned from the last time. Maybe you should have took accountability and responsibility from the last time. So those are just a few options that you should have looked at before you ultimately did what you did. But let's continue.
That's just how I feel. I don't give a fuck what nobody feels about it. This is my body. I'm gonna do what the fuck I want, and I just want y'all to know that shit right there. And then, let me just give y'all basically the update, because I was just chewing the bitches up just real quick. But yeah, even when I left the place, y'all, they was still out there. And do y'all want to know what she said to me? Guess. And then to make matters even worse, after I even left the the clinic or whatever, y'all, she was still outside. And do y'all want to know what she said to me? Guess. She was basically just like, I did a sin and that I will face the consequences in the future.
Stop right there. Let me stop the music for this one. You women are going to take accountability for the lives that you destroyed. I have to stop the music for this. You women that are choosing to go through with this deletion of the child that you were getting ready to get born with, you will be facing the accountability for what you did. Not only in this life, because the Most High will deal with you for what you're doing. The Most High will deal with you for what you did, for destroying a life. You are a part of the deletion. You are part of the conspiracy. You know, like when they have a crime and SUV and stuff like that. You are a part of the conspiracy for that child that ultimately got deleted, and you will be held accountable, not only in this life, but in the next. You may not feel the responsibility now. You may not feel the accountability now. You're turning up, you're getting high, you're getting drunk, Casamigos, you're having a night on the town. But the Most High will give out judgment for what you did, for the life that you destroyed, for the young child that you decided to delete. And that woman, that protester, gave her the real. She gave her the real deal. She gave her the real deal spill, because she wanted to allow her to know that what you did was wrong, and you will be facing the judgment for what you did. Let's continue.
And that I should have never killed the baby that was very much wanted in the world. My baby had a mission and this and that. Bullshit.
Wow. Wow. The ignorance, the benign neglect, the pridefulness. Complete and total disgusting.
But I mean, yeah, like, anyways, I guess the real update is like what happened. I mean, I got it. Like, I'm thriving. Everything been good. You know, ain't no baby. Now I could drink Casa without throwing the fuck up like I was. That's how I really knew.
You see, you know, she's an alcoholic. Respectfully. She is so complacent. She is so, infatuated with drinking Casamigos. Casamigos is more important than a baby. It's more important than a life. It's more important than everything. Casamigos, Casamigos, Casamigos. This woman is an alcoholic.
That's why I said the baby was swimming in Casa, because, baby, I've been having like Hook and Real lemon drops back to fucking back. Like, tune into those. Hook and Real got lemon drops. Them shits get you off your ass.
Wow. This woman is an alcoholic. I don't even want to listen to more of this woman. I'm just disgusted with this woman. I'm gonna be honest with you. This woman just deleted a child, and she's over here talking about lemon shots and Casamigos, and like, honestly. But it goes back to what I said. Let me take this clown off the thing. I'll put a picture back up here. This woman is a clown, and ultimately, what I want to tell a lot of you young men that are watching this, and some of you women, this is a message for you too. But to the men, let me talk to the men first. Don't procreate with these types of women. Don't be culpable, and don't be a part of the conspiracy of terminating or deleting a child from the world. If you and another woman happen to, you guys, you go through, you lay down with one another, you're intimate, and then she wound up telling you that she's pregnant, have the baby. Have the baby. That child, that life is much needed in the world. Do not take it upon yourself to be judge, jury, and executioner. So my advice for you men, you young men out there, do not be a part of the conspiracy. of terminating a child. There's blood on this woman's hands. And she may not realize it today. She may not realize it she may not realize it tomorrow. But she will be held accountable for deleting that child. That child could have been the next prophet, the next world leader, the next president, the next great man that came through our society, the great next scientist, doctor. All that child would have needed was a good home, a loving mother, a loving and providing father. But that baby didn't have a chance. That baby got an alcoholic mother and a dusty father that wanted to pump and dump the alcoholic mother, and ultimately the child didn't have a chance. And it's sad to see. So that's what I want to tell men. Do not be held responsible. Don't be culpable in the conspiracy of the deleting of a child. Do not be culpable. Do not put the blood on your hands. Don't deal with these women. If you know women that are like this, that move like this, that act like this, don't deal with them. Deal with the woman that's respectful, polite, positive, feminine. This woman is not feminine. She is not a feminine woman. Deal with women like that. Now let's talk to these women for a second, because we're about to get up out of here. For the women, and respectfully, a lot of you women, you've already had these types of issues. You've already, probably terminated a few things before in your life. And I'm here to tell you, to the women that have done it, because, all women, I'm not going to say all women, but there are women out there that have done it. So let me talk to the women that have done it first. You are going to be held responsible for ultimately deleting a young child. Like I said, whether you feel it in this life or the next, the Most High is watching you. The Most High is taking note and watching your every move. He has watchers in every space, in every home. And he knows that there's blood on your hands for what you did. You chose to be judge, jury, and executioner to an innocent life that had a purpose, that had a destiny, that had a very much life to live. And you chose to ultimately delete that spirit off the world just because you chose to prioritize tequila, weed, dumpster sex, alcoholism, perks, and just nonsense and debauchery, clubbing. You decided to prioritize those things over a child. And you're going to be held responsible. And if you are a woman and you feel guilty about this, you feel convicted in your soul about this, you need to ask the Most High, your greater power. You need to ask the Most High for forgiveness for what you did. I'm going to be real with you. I'm being 110% honest. Is the music off? Because I'm being 110% truthful right now. You need to ask the Most High for forgiveness, because there is blood on your hands, and you will be held responsible if you do not ask and beg for forgiveness for choosing to delete and terminate that spirit. Now, let me talk to the women that haven't done it. To the women that haven't done it, you have a divine responsibility, especially in this world, because we know that women ultimately have the choice. Men have no say. in the ordeal or not. Men have been deemed powerless when it comes to this fight. Nobody cares what men have to say. You know that you hear the slogan, my body, my choice. Ultimately, I'm going to say this. It is the woman's divine responsibility to go and have the baby, have the pregnancy, have the baby. Even if you laid down with a dusty, like this woman probably did, she probably laid down with a dusty. You need to take responsibility, have the baby. There are avenues, there are options for you. You can find the child a home where they have a chance in life. If you're not ready, if you're not financially stable, whatever the situation may be, there is options out here for you. Do not place the blood on your hands because you chose to be convicted by your ignorance, because you chose to be convicted by, wanting to drink Casamigos, alcohol, or do drugs or club. Make the right choice. Have the baby, have the child, and give that baby a chance at life. Honestly. So that's my message. I just wanted to come in here today and talk about this whole kerfluffle. This video has 1 million views, 1 million likes. This video has gone viral all over TikTok. And I thought it was critical important to talk about this. Shout out to Reese for coming in here. I ain't gonna lie, man. I think I may have accidentally put Sinclair in timeout. Sinclair, if you're watching, I don't know what happened last time. I think I clicked like the wrong button or something like that. I don't know. I gotta look into it, but I'm gonna look into it today. I hope I didn't put you in like timeout or block you. I went to your page today to see if I did that, because like it was something weird happening when I did that first stream. When I did that first stream, it was like my computer turned off, and like not turned off, but the stream had froze, and it was just a lot of things. I accidentally clicked the button, so let me look into that. I hope not. I hope I didn't do that to you, Sinclair. I'm gonna look into it. I hope not though. But thank y'all for joining me. Shout out to Reese. I'm out of here. I'll see y'all on another stream, man. We out.
Welcome to the Check-in Report. If you like the content, subscribe to the channel today.
These studies annoys me, honestly. Put the seat back and the Odyssey,